Hello and welcome to my channel. In this episode, we're going to program this Broadway Limited Imports locomotive. It has a Paragon 3 decoder in it. Check out part A of this video if you want to see how we got here. So here you see a JMRI. I actually thought that I had programmed this one before, but the DCC address is not in here. So I guess I'll just have to start from scratch. I'm going to be programming on the programming track for now. Let me add a new locomotive. And I'm starting on the programming track because then I can read the decoder type. So we're going to press that, read type from decoder. It is a BLI, yes. It's a Paragon 3, yes. It's a diesel, yes. I think I'm just going to go for this one. Here we can already start with some of the basics. I'll do that in a minute. So BLI switcher, just start like that. Save it, I think it did. Open comprehensive programmer. So here we can fill in the basics. It's BLI switcher, it's PR. Pennsylvania road number is 9163. The manufacturer is BLI. I'll change this later how I want it. But for now, let's just save to roster and get the show on the road. Then we go into the basics. It's a long address, 9163. Like that. It's a long address. Locomotive direction. Assumes normal. 128 speed steps. I always like to disable the DC conversion enabled. I found it just helps to reduce some strange troubleshooting. Then I write changes on sheet. So the motor. So what am I going to do now? I'm actually going to change to program on main so I can see the changes as I carry them out. So the acceleration rate is the only thing I programmed CV3 and 4. So I had to do a quick video, and having no acceleration at all is just absolutely terrible. Let me see how it is. Let me just leave that for now. I generally tend to put on a little bit too much acceleration, and I'm slowly dialing it all back lately. Kickstart, I think that is the initial start speed. So I'm just going to leave all this for now. Basic speed control. UC started to do. No, I don't want to use this. I want to use the advanced speed steps. I'm going to turn this one on, and then let me see. I'm just going to take it down a notch, something like this. So this basically just caps off the maximum speed. So I write changes on sheet, and then let me see what the maximum speed is. So maximum speed could be a little bit higher. So what are we at now? 111. Let me just go to like 130, something like that. Yeah. Changes on sheet. So just for the record, I never really go that fast, but it's good to have it capped off anyways. So I previously tried to change the lights that it is not direction dependent, but I kind of messed it up a bit, so I'm not going to touch this at all. I'm just going to leave the lights what it is. I cannot program this decoder for the proto throttle anyway, so I'm just going to leave it as such. Analog controls, I don't use that. Consist, no. Advanced, no. Sound, thunder, we don't use that. I don't have it. But before I continue, first just change the master volume. I always turn it way down. Sound unit max volume. I have no idea what the difference is between these. I'm just going to turn them both down. These guys are always way too loud for my taste. Let me see how loud this is. Still a bit loud actually. It's all a bit loud. Let me just... Okay, yeah, that worked. The horn is relatively loud, so let me just change that. And now, as the sound is on a normal level, let me just check this. Yeah, that's enabled. It's actually quite handy. So you get a couple clank sound when you change one of the CVs. So what I did, I just enabled the brake squeal and enabled the brake set release. So what happens now, it automatically sets and releases the brake. So that's that. Sound levels, we looked at that. Wheel flange volume. Oh, I love that. Let me turn that up a bit. Squeal volumes, change that up, put it up a little bit. Coupler, no. So that's it. The right changes on sheet. So you can change some of the values when sounds are automatically triggered. So for example, the brake set throttle stop. So it's at 0, the brakes are set. And when it's at 1, the brakes are released. That looks good. There's a cab light that can automatically switch on and off. DCC brake control. I don't know what all of these guys are. So I find this Paragon 3 decoders, they're not really my type and style. I don't find them very intuitive to use and to program. Tsunamis are a bit better on that front. So motor starts, I want to hear that startup sound, so I'm going to let it start as soon as the sound is completed. Smoke unit power up, no off, it doesn't have a smoke unit. Quantum auto detect, I don't know what that is. Motor loading enabled. Oh yeah, I think this is that it will automatically notch up and down, which is quite a great feature. Unit power up, but here's smoke unit now. So smoke unit, fan speed, smoke. No, not gonna touch any of that. Track sounds, maximum speed step. Oof. Sounds important, but doesn't say anywhere what it is. I'm just gonna leave it for now. Let me just see how it goes. I changes my sheet, and let me just see what it looks like. I would actually like to have more clickety-clack and flange squeaking sounds, but don't really see where I can change that. So I guess that'll just be it for now. Rev up, motor, rolling thunder, no. Okay. Well, that was it. That was this special add-on to the previous video. Just a quick and basic programming of all the initial things that you want to get set up. You can do quite a lot of fancy features with this decoder, I'm sure of it, but I just don't know how to. And to be honest, I don't really want to invest my time into these Paragon 3s. If the decoder would not have been fixable, I would have just put the soundtracks in there. Then at least it can work with my proto throttle. Not being ungrateful, I'm happy how it works right now, so we're just going to use it. That's all for now. Bye-bye.